Hello and welcome to the 24th episode of Behind the Railway series, where we take a look at the stories of the Railway series and locate the real-life counterparts in history. Next up is the series' 24th book, Oliver the Western Engine, first published in 1969. This volume takes place on Duck and Oliver's branch line, the Little Western. The first story, Donald's Duck, has Donald teasing Duck for constantly talking on and on like a duck laying an egg. As payback, Duck's crew puts a duck in Donald's water tank. The next story, Resource and Sagacity, has Oliver getting too confident for his own good, eventually getting pushed by a line of trucks into a turntable well. Toad Stands By has Toad the Brake Van helping Oliver regain his authority over the trucks in the yard. And the final story, Bulgy, involves Duck and Oliver competing with a rude double-decker bus. Ultimately, Duck saves the day after carrying Bulgy's passengers when the bus gets stuck underneath a railway bridge. After introducing Oliver in the previous volume, the Reverend Audrey decided to include him in the next volume, which he decided to name Little Western Engines. His publishers, however, did not agree with the title since it sounded too vague. The editor, Eric Marriott, wanted to name the book Oliver the Western Engine, but the Reverend Audrey made note in the foreword that he wholeheartedly disagreed with the decision.
Dear Margaret, we both wanted to call this book Little Western Engines, but publishers are stern men. They did not approve. They, of course, don't know the trouble we've had with Oliver. We hope he has learnt sense, but goodness knows what will happen when he finds he has a book all to himself. I know, if Oliver gets uppish, we'll set Misters K and Ward on to him. That'll teach him. Wilbert.
The story of Donald's Duck was inspired by another account from the Railway Gazette scrap heap column, and the story's first illustration was based off the Cambrian Coast line. Oliver's accident in Resource and Sagacity was based off an accident on the LMS, where a tank engine fell into the turntable well at Baycup Sheds. And the fate of Scruffy in Toad Stands By is not unusual, since private owner wagons were often poorly maintained and had several breakdowns as they aged. As for Bulgy, an incident of a double-decker bus getting stuck under a bridge happened in Lewes in 1962. The scene of railways winning over buses would be the final political statement made by the Reverend Audrey for the remainder of the Railway series. Oliver the Western Engine was another hit, but the Reverend Audrey grew tired of heavier story themes, so he decided that the next two volumes would return to a more subdued and tranquil nature, with one final look at the island's narrow-gauge engines. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and also leave a comment below. Till next time, I'm Captain Rutledge. Good day.